Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of World Kayfabe podcast. I am your host, the famous one, Nick Venom, along with my two good friends, Zachary Crocker and Dan the Mother Effing Man. Tonight, we normally would come to you with excitement, full of energy, lots of fun, but as you guys saw tonight, we lost a friend, we lost a brother, we lost a guy who made this podcast even happen. We lost a man that we lost a man.
We lost a man that was always positive, had a positive spirit, positive vibe, great
Yeah,
friend, somebody you could go to Vice for.
a brother. We lost someone that was near and true to us for a lot. Um, we lost Justin Wallace, aka Juice, the host of JP Dub, the metal singer of Hanson Pricks. Um, it's going to be a tough one to tell you that. He was definitely a guy that me and Dan were very close to. Um, him and Dan were very close. They got really close over the last year, and I'd been knowing him since 2021. Um, when it was like 2 years after my mom had passed, I discovered JP Dub podcast. Funny enough, it was the episode with Nicotine, the first time, and I was definitely hooked with these guys, and just the energy that Juice brought in made it fun. It wasn't like your average 2 hour podcast with Conrad and all that. So, long story short, I told him how I felt about the podcast. From there on, we got really close, and when Water Kayfabe started, I wanted him to be the very first guest, but that didn't happen. Instead, we had Breslin, but I was able to score him on the show, and through all the good times, you know. Joey just dropped in a link for the GoFundMe to donate for him for his family. Um, it's fucking heartbroken. Um,
Yeah, like Robbie said, life is short, live it to the fullest. And I could say that it appeared Juice was took advantage of life, but I don't know how to phrase that. I don't mean that in a bad way or anything. I just meant, live life to your fullest. You don't know when your next day could be cut short.
oh,
And
and go ahead, Dan.
he was such a family man. You could Ooh, man, I'm not good at this, but you can tell in every picture that he posted, man, he loved his family so much.
Yeah,
Man, if I could be half the family man that dude was, this world would be so much better. Like he was one of the main reasons why this podcast started because of his influence. Nick was a fan of his, which in turn made me a fan of his. He was always there. He was almost there as a mentor for us if we ever needed any advice of what we could do to better this podcast, what we could not do. He was always there. Um, he flew in 3 weeks ago for the XPW Goes Loco show, and man, I did everything just to see him in person.
oh yeah.
He sent me pictures the whole time he was here, man. And I was so jealous because I didn't get to spend 2 minutes with the guy. I just wanted to say hello to him in person. And you could say that life isn't fair when it comes to that,
No,
but
it's
man,
not.
heaven's a better place with him in it, dude. Like, oh man, this one sucks.
Trust me, I'm doing everything I can to fight back the tears. By the way, there's a echo somewhere. I don't know if
I think it's
Joey,
on.
if you're sharing,
I think it's on Dan's side, but
Dan, there might be an echo on your end, dude.
hopefully the noise reduction gets rid of it.
Let me go grab my other mic, guys. I'll be right back.
But yeah, so the memories we have of Juice on here are it's unfathomable. I'm doing everything I can to withhold the tears. I when I got the news, I was on vacation with my girlfriend and her family, and Dan called, and I just declined it like it was just okay, whatever, just text. And something told me to call Dan, and when I got the news, I I was frozen in fear, because this is a guy that I pretty much one of the guys I looked up to in the podcast world. Guys, give me a second.
I just want to say, it's amazing that Fight gave a shout out to Juice. I've always been a fan of Fight the company, and to see them like share his GoFundMe is, to support his family is one of the most amazing things. And they pretty much guaranteed me as a customer pretty much for life because of that. I already subscribed to them yearly, to Fight
Oh yeah.
Plus.
Well, it just showed how much of an impact that he had in not only the podcasting world, but in independent wrestling. Like, I never knew how much that man did for the world of pro wrestling.
Especially in the independent scene, for sure.
Especially
Like,
in indies, dude.
if you look back, because I've watched his stuff, I've watched it since 2021, and he would do stuff with like XPW. He would do shit with Warrior Wrestling, and he would do so much. He would do so much, man. And oh fuck, this is gonna be a tough one. I tell you that. Shit, he did a lot of shit with Warrior. He did a lot of shit with XPW. He did a lot of shit with so many other Black Label, Pele Pro in the Texas area for sure.
Mm-hmm.
With Pele, and yeah, it's just the fact that he's not here anymore. Like, literally, I was texting him while we had Jaime on the fucking show.
Hey, Bodie, how are you, buddy?
It's funny to say that the last comments.
Bodie, what's up, buddy?
Our comments that we got from our last video was from Juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the motherfucker, I remember right after the show, I texted him, I said, took your ass long enough to subscribe to us on fucking Twitch. He's like, well, I didn't know you guys had Twitch. It's like, you son of a bitch. We always posted on Twitch. Really? You're part of the group. And yeah. I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my heart goes out to his family. Specifically his fiance, his two boys. I wish for the best.
Bro, he'd be calling us the biggest pussies right now.
Oh yeah.
He would. He'd be talking so
this
much shit right
motherfucker
now.
would be like, hey, you're crying. Yeah, you're a bunch of pussies.
Man, I went back. Oh man. I went back and watched episode 235, Revolution is My Name, and that was the episode that I got to be on.
And I remember he ended the episode. His final words on that episode was, "Oh, me gusta," and the episode ended. And that was so fucking cool of him to do that.
You bringing that up? The episode that he filled in for me,
Yeah.
and I watched it last night. By the way, guys, we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna cover anything that's like today's wrestling. So
No, this is pure juice.
this is mainly about juice. So I just want to let you guys know. If you want to donate, Joey just like I said, he dropped in. He put in the GoFundMe link. It's right there. He just pinned it just now. If you want to donate, it can be $1, it can be 20, don't matter. We're not asking for money. All we just just show us your love and all that shit.
Yep.
We deeply appreciate it because this man meant the world to us. But yeah, the stories, yeah, exactly. And we got fucking plenty. The one that I did with him, a couple years ago, as a matter of fact, on my mom's anniversary, we did the Stone Cold Steve Austin and Macho Man. That was fucking great.
Fuck yeah, it was.
He busts out with his Macho Man and talk about ourselves, talk about 316, all that bullshit. And
He
right,
would love
he's
it.
like,
He would
he's
love
like,
a good
bro,
Stone
that was
Cold
the
impression.
best spot. It was awesome. And Robbie was in tears, laughing from it so hard. Yeah, like the amount of people I got hooked onto that podcast, especially Dan. Dan, even before this podcast was even formed,
Yep.
I was sending Dan like, dude, you gotta check out these guys. They're like this underground band that you never heard of, and that's how I felt. And that's basically oh fuck. That's basically how I felt. But no, getting back to the episode that I couldn't be a part of, I personally asked Juice. I said, "Hey, would you mind being a part of the show? I'm gonna be going on a cruise." And I couldn't find anybody else. So I was like, you know what? It's the best option. I'll stick with Juice. And my God, we could play the drinking game of how many times this man saved me gusta. Like, he said it, I think, about 20 to 50 times.
I hope he's saying it more right now. And I love how you brought that up because I have a certain something saved on my phone, and I think you would love to hear it. Let me see.
Jesus.
Let me see if it'll play through my mic. So just bear with me if it doesn't.
It's your boy, the Juice from Juice Pro Wrestling Podcast, the JP Dub Podcast, and the band Handsome Prick. Here to let you guys know that this Monday night on YouTube, I'll be the podcast good for soon. That's right. What are we going to be discussing? I don't know. It's probably going to have something to do with wrestling. But you know, if the Juice is on the scene, it's going to be fucking loud now. Yeah. We're going to have fucking fun. World of Kayfabe Podcast. Follow them, subscribe, like. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I'm pretty sure they're available almost anywhere you get your podcasts, but I know for sure YouTube, World of Kayfabe Podcast. They're definitely there. I'll be there.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Shit. Sorry, I can't delete. Sorry, I can't pause it, but that'll always be on my phone. I will never get rid of that.
I wish we could have came up with like a tribute video for him, but
We'll come up with one.
somewhere down the line. But yeah, and then we had him on the show for the first time for Double or Nothing's prediction. And that was pretty wild. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty hyped because this was like the second time I had him. We were on a show together. And I think he was on there. Another good memory was when this was back in the Discord days. I don't know if you guys remember this, but we did a show. This was like early World of Kayfabe. We were supposed to have Juice on there, but we ended up not having him because he had issues with Discord and all that bullshit. And then one night, this is when Davey had like just kind of got into the game, right? And Juice answers, like he calls on Discord and he's like drunk and just having a great time. But little did we know the man was in his boxers. So it was just, man, it was crazy. It's like, what the actual hell? Like, bro, you're gonna get us flack. Like, Jesus Christ. What the hell are you doing? I'm over here having a good time. The iconic growl that he'll do. That was it's the little things out of him, you know, and I'm gonna fucking miss that.
Yeah.
And to Bodie and Sredden, because I know Bodie's watching this. You guys are fucking awesome. Don't ever fucking forget that.
Yeah. We love you, Bodie.
Without JP Dub, there would be no Water Kayfabe.
Nope.
Would not be. And it's like I told Shred, because I was talking to Shred. I'm not going to go into full detail on what we talked about because I'm keeping that private. But I basically had a vision of where maybe the three of us eventually will have our own cast of people. But we needed a hype man. We needed a smart aleck co-host. And we need a nose picker engineer. And so, bam, this was born. What a Kayfabe was born. And the one thing that Shredden told me, and I might get off this. He told me that we're the ones that have the torch, but it's our own flag. It's our own flame. It's our own. How can I put this? It's our own. Joey, help me out on this one.
Like it's our own mark
it's
to make.
it's our own torch to bear type deal to
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
make our mark on the world.
Yeah, he meant a lot to us. Like I said, last year, him and Dan got really close, like very close. They're definitely deep into the metal scene, Dan into that type of stuff. So am I, but they definitely got very close into stuff like that. I mean, oh man, it was bad. it was hard.
One of his last text messages, he called me a piece of shit. I love it.
This is
But that's juice for you, though.
so I haven't talked to the bugger in a while, and this was back in January before we had Jaime on the show. I said, "Yo, bro, I miss you. I want you back on walk when you want to come back." And it's like, yo, maybe sometime in February or March, probably at the airport, getting ready to go to Houston. And that was when he was heading out to XPW versus Loco, and then last week I told him, I was like, bro, like, you know, it took you forever to follow us. Like, didn't know you were on it, and I hardly use it, which is true because if you know Juice, he hardly uses Twitch. He hardly used it. You know what I mean? So for him to say that's like at least podcast is following us, you know, and even to that dismay, I'm wearing this shirt of him.
Wet him up. Wet him up.
I can't do the high pitch. My voice is semi out watching AEW. Watching AEW, but yeah, man. I know, right? It's a freaking nice shirt available on ProWrestlingTees.com. Which that's a dream of mine. Like I even remember texting Juice about that. I'm like, bro, like how the hell y'all end up making stuff on Pro Wrestling Tees? Like, man, you just gotta have
get a shirt.
It's like, man, you just gotta have a bunch of followers on Twitter. It's like, bro, says what the fuck you use Twitter? Man, you don't know I use Twitter.
Hey, Nick, really quick. Are they still on Pro Wrestling Tees?
I'm sure they are.
Okay.
That I don't know what's the deal with that. Oh man, I don't know. I think they still on.
Bodie, if you're still there, can you elaborate, Bubba, if y'all still have shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees?
Anyway, while we talking about this, yes, we do. He said, yes,
Okay.
we do. Joey, what's your favorite Juice moment?
Probably that moment that you already discussed where he was in his boxers.
Yes.
But he was just a fun guy. I can't name anything specific, but
The man was full of energy. That's for
yeah,
damn
full of
sure.
energy.
Like, you thought I was freaking jacked up on energy. Like, that man took it on a whole nother level. He was like, we're out here having a good old time. Like, Jesus. Like, I tell you what, one time I watched this podcast like 4 something in the morning. I was instantly woken up like that. I texted him, I said, bro, I can't watch your podcast at 4 something in the morning. I was like, why? Because number one is too much. Number two is way too early in the morning. But yeah, like, what is there to say? But I'm sure Dan's looking at the merch and
Yep.
everything. Which, by the way, if you guys want to get a JP Dub shirt, check out prowrestlingtees.com/JP Dub tees. They're still available. Get you a shirt, honor your boy. We turn it up to 20 and keep the grind coming. Exactly. But it's like, I didn't realize that because, like, I'm just trying to find a podcast to watch in the morning. And I mean, at that point, I was hooked. You know what I mean? Like, I was hooked on watching JPW. Like, the hell with what happened when, the hell with JR, grilling with JR, like, the hell with all that. I'm going to stick with JB Dub, and since then we've even had an opportunity to have a collab episode with JB Dub, and we were gonna call it Worlds when Worlds Collide. I even had the perfect theme for it, like off of Facebook, because we couldn't play it due to copyright, because YouTube's an asshole about that. But if you know, you know. That's all I have to say on that. But Bubba, what was your favorite Juice moment?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Man, there's
Who else I'm gonna call Bubba?
there's so many, dude.
Oof.
Bodie, Justin, and I talked about it Friday. That was the last time we talked on the phone.
Yeah.
Man, there's so many. There's so many. Like you said, I made it a regular to listen
The other
to them
Bubba.
on my way to work. Shit, I'd sit here all fucking day wondering. Let me get back. I really loved his interviews with Nicotine. Those were some good shit. Those are one that stands out. And then the one y'all interviewed, that porn star with the alien tattooed all over her crotch, that was a great one.
Oh,
Well, damn.
well, the first time he came on, I had never watched Juice at the time, so I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting how fucking hype he would be.
Dude, yeah.
Masha Montana, Riddle's girlfriend, by
Yeah,
the way.
Matt Riddle's girlfriend, that's it. Yeah.
Oof. I gotta watch that episode.
Yeah, it's a fun
I gotta watch it because I haven't watched a JV Dub podcast in what feels like forever, because it's like it's timing, because it's like doing the podcast for here and then that. It's like, man, we were actually planning on having her on again, and she was going to talk to Riddle about being on too. That would have been
That
insane.
would have been
They would've got
cool.
Riddle.
That would have been super cool.
That would have been pretty badass if I would have got Matt Riddle. Like, they fucking had, who they had? Mecha Wolf? twice. I
Dude,
think.
who
I
haven't
could
they
be
had?
wrong, Bodie. If I'm sure you're still watching, did y'all had Mega Wolf not once but twice on the show? I know the first time they had like bad audio issues, but like yeah, they even had like Psycho Sid on there or Sid Vicious.
Dude, they had Sid on there through phone call. They had PCO.
Yeah, PCO like twice. Another one twice.
They had our girl
Moose, yeah, I forgot about fucking Moose, man.
Moose. They had
Moose
our
was
girl
freaking
Mickey
awesome.
Knuckles.
Yeah, Mickey Knuckles. Yeah, that by far one of my favorite episodes. Yeah, Brian Cage, bro. Brian Cage
Yep.
was a great episode.
Yep.
I will fucking say that. Brian Cage was a great episode because that episode just came out whenever Chris Canyon, the Dark Side of the Ring episode, had came out at the
Yep.
time. So that was a great timing. Tommy Chong. You had me and Dan on the show. Shit.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, exactly. Plot hole.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, getting those guys on there was pretty badass. Like, I still think we can still get David Penzer. I still think that. And I don't think Bodie has I don't think JPW has ever had who's about. They fucking had Josh Alexander.
Yes, they did.
They had Josh Alexander. They had all kinds of like a who's who, you know?
I'm gonna tell y'all one thing, and I know that y'all will collectively agree with this wholeheartedly. But Bodie, you always have a home here at World of Kayfabe.
Yeah.
This door is always fucking open for you, bro.
Same thing with Stretton.
Same thing with Stretton.
Same thing. If you ever want to be a part of it, just call your boys. Let us know. Because we definitely want to do this episode. We have to do the Worlds Collide episode. It won't be the same without Juice, and I get that. But yeah, you know what I mean. But getting back to the podcast, like I think the episodes for me that stick out is definitely it was the episode where Justin was about to go on a concert for the weekend. It was like some type of weekend fest, and Bodie did an invitation of Juice, and it was just, "Hey guys, you want to hear my new song? You want to hear my new riff? It goes like this." Like that shit had me dying. Matter of fact, if I can find it on my phone, I don't know if I'll be able to. I don't know if the audio can hear it. If I can find it, because I know I have it. Ah, shit. Let me see.
Yeah, I messaged Masada last night, and we were talking for a little bit, and he said that he's absolutely torn up about what happened.
Yeah,
man.
Funny enough, I accidentally sent Necro Butcher a friend request, and he accepted it. So could be a sign to come.
Yes, it could. Because I think I actually think I'm friends with him too.
Can you hear it, by the way?
No, not really.
Hey, you not the real Justin? Anyway, I'll watch that later. But that was a good one. But another good episode that stands out. Mega Wolf definitely stands out. Ah, shit. What is his name? Corey Graves' brother.
Oh.
What's his name?
You
know what I'm talking about.
It's escaping me.
Oh yeah, Carrie
Sam
Silkin
Adonis.
And Carrie Silkin from Ring of Honor.
Yeah, Gary Silkin. That's another one. Carrie Silkin. I'm sorry. But yeah, Sam Adonis. I forgot it. Yeah, Sam Adonis was on there not once but twice. I think he was there like 3 times.
Is that really Corey Graves' brother?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
100%.
Never knew that.
100%. Definitely a good episode. I definitely enjoyed that one. The Get Your Fix. That was another podcast that JPW did stuff with. That episode stands out to me because that's the one where I did I left a comment. Oh man. This dude's had 3.6 thousand subscribers. Like, bro, Santana Hey, let me see. Santana Jackson was a good one. I will say that. That one was really good. If we're gonna go all the way back,
The one they did with Masada was really good because
yeah, Buff
Juice
Bagwell was another good one too.
Juice and Masada vibed really well on their love of metal.
Yeah. TJP was really good as well. I remember that one. I really enjoyed that one. Dan Perch, another good one.
Chris Dickinson.
Yes.
Dude, they had so many good ones, dude.
A lot of good people. I will say Andre Rising, even though it was just threatened, it's still a funny episode to me because that's the episode where Juice kind of like, hey, you need to check this episode out. It's gonna be funny as hell. Check it out. But I'm trying to find another good one. Fuck, Rocky. Shit. Steve Grimmett. That was another good episode from Reaper. That was a really good one.
Hey, the 187 killer with Nick Boudreau episode was a good one too.
You're damn right, son.
I don't know. I heard that Nick's a prick.
Yeah, well, I mean, an asshole. Gotta say.
I learned to drown him out.
That's what I normally do. Slick Nick, exactly. Thank you, Bodie, on that one. But yeah, not get your fix. I'm sorry. Get your podcast. That one was a really good one. I definitely enjoyed that one. Oh wait, I'm about to play the actual. I'm about to play the show. Try to find the comment because I know it's there. Oh, that's not it. It's right here. Jesus Christ. So this actually happened during the month of March. So this month will make 2 years since my mom has passed away. I've been in a depressing mood. It just said that she's been gone. It's just sad that she's been gone. Seeing you guys have fun and talk about wrestling, music, and other stuff distracts me and makes my day. And also, y'all by far my favorite podcast or podcast because I don't know why I had pod and cast space because I can't type what the fuck. Thank you for doing what you guys do, and it was pretty cool. And the fact that Juice comment on that, or the podcast that comment on that, no, dude, thank you. Means a hell of a lot, and we love you. Stay positive, brother, and much respect to you and your family. Like literally, that night I got a friend request from Juice. I think a day later, I got a friend request from Bodie, and then somewhere down the line, I got a friend request from Sretton. So since then, it's been great with those guys. And again, we want to extend our condolence to Justin. This probably will be a short episode.
Yeah,
because
we'll just sit here and ramble on and on.
We'll just keep on going on and on and on. But yeah, next week we'll be back with some more World Kayfabe podcasts. And again, thank you guys for tuning in. I deeply appreciate it. You guys are great. To those who watched, again, oh no, that's fine. That's fine. That's totally understandable.
If you don't mind me saying, Nick, like you said to everybody in the chat, please, yeah, if you can, click that GoFundMe link and let's help out Juice's family. It would really appreciate it. It could be $1, it could be $100. Everything is accepted. I want to personally give a shout out to his family, Bodie, Stratton, and just say we love you, man.
Yeah.
If that's the most that we can do is just offer our hand and just say we love you. We mean it from the bottom of our hearts. I wish we didn't have to do this episode. God damn, I wish we didn't have to.
Yeah, because it's heartbreaking. You know,
and
it's a shock because this was the one thing I was not expecting at all, and it's like I was telling Joey When you called Monday, I was actually in Texas. Believe it or not, I was in Round Rock, and I was actually on my way to go grab me some beers. And sure enough, I get a call from you, and it's like, yeah, Juice is dead. And it's like, no way. And I wish it was just a mean, cruel joke, and he's probably doing commentary for like Eddie Guerrero's matches or something. Yeah, he's up there in heaven having the watching a 5-star classic with Eddie Guerrero and Brody Lee, something like that. But
And if I could say one more thing before Nick takes it home, if all three of us can collectively throw up a 2 sweet for Juice, that'd be greatly appreciated. I know he would 2 sweet us right back. So, Nick, the floor's all yours again, Bubba.
again, Joey just threw up the GoFundMe page. Please.
Yeah. I just want to say the community's been great. They're at 13,000 so far.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. To his family, I offer everything off my condolence. I'm sorry this is happening to you guys. This is a shock to us all. Just want you to know that Justin was loved. He was loved by many, many, many people, not just in the wrestling community, but in the music world. Hell, in the movie world, because he had movie people, like some people doing independent films. He had it on the podcast. I know that for a fact. To the JP Dub podcast, Shred Savage and Bruiser Brody. You guys are fucking awesome, and I love you. Or I'm sorry, Bruiser Bodie. I keep saying Bruiser Brody.
He looks like Bruiser Brody.
Yeah, I mean he's been called that. I'm sure he's been called that on the show multiple times. I've called him that.
You know what? And the man looks damn good in a Psychosis mask on stage. I will give him that.
God damn, what are you doing? Stalking his page?
Of course. I got to look at the man.
Good Lord. I can just see Dan, like, Dan's going to be texting Bodie. So, what are you wearing?
Dan's,
I hope you're not wearing anything but that Psychosis mask.
Dan's up to his phone with a magnifying glass. Like, I want to see all the detail.
By the way, this is for Bodie. Hogan, how do you felt about Dan doing all that stuff?
He was wanting me to get down and dirty with him.
Oh, I got that fan blowing right on my crotch.
Put the brakes on it. I said, brother, that's not my deal. Not into the strictly dickly stuff. Thank you very much, brother, but I'm going back to professional wrestling.
Oh, me gusta.
And there you go. There you go. Thank you, Hogan. We'll see you next week.
The sound. That's for...
What?
No, but don't. Not yet. Not yet. I gotta bring it home. Anyway,
I know.
If you like what you see, guys, and again, before I even go with the outro, I just want to sit here and say this. We're not doing this for views. We're not doing this to subscribe. We're not doing this to none of that stuff. So if you're thinking of that type of stuff, then you need to get off. Plain and simple, because this is not our intention. Our intention is to pay tribute to a great friend of ours, pay tribute to a guy that made this podcast even lift off. You know what I mean? A guy who gave us tons of advice, tons of information that we needed for this podcast and all that stuff. So with that being said, I'm going to just go ahead. We're going to end it here. Please follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, all that social media stuff. Head on over to youtube.com/What a Kayfabe Podcast. And pass the knowledge on, bro. Damn right. Because that's what we do. We drop all that stuff.
Yeah.
Also follow us on Twitch. We just hit 200 subscribers on YouTube. I think that's the count right now, right, Joey? I think it's like 200.
It's a little over 200. I'll tell you in a second. 202.
We're still at 202. So again, thank you guys. Go check out our Vladimir Koloff video. Go check out Mickey Knuckles video. You want a good laugh and all that
Yeah.
good shit, especially Mickey Knuckles
Yeah,
video.
Hey, Nick,
that Vladimir
before we
Koloff one's great.
Yeah, we definitely plan on having Koloff hopefully soon. I gotta get with him this weekend.
And he not only defeated all the other people in the match, he defeated them on YouTube even.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's got the most views, which is hilarious.
Hey, Nick,
yeah.
Before we wrap it up, can we hit him with a? You know what I'm talking about. We don't have to do the high pitch, but can we do it together, please?
Well, let me do this. Let me get my promotion shit out the way.
That's fine.
We'll do that. Oh, by the way, Nick, I can't make it to the show this week. I already knew that. I already know you couldn't make it. I already knew that. But thank you, Robin. Speaking of which, catch yours truly at GSW Mardi Gras Madness. You'll get to see me along with Davey, which, by the way, I have another announcement. Davey will be making his return to What a Kayfabe podcast. Not this Wednesday. I think either next Wednesday or yeah. He specifically told me to tell you guys not to make any ice cream.
Ice cream party!
That should be the name of the next show. But Davey is in St. Mary, yes. Well, I don't know. Morgan City, I think they're still in the St. Mary parish, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I sound like an idiot. Anyway, but yeah, check us out, Morgan City High for Mardi Gras Madness for GSW. Don't want to miss it. You got Vladimir Koloff, your current GSW World Champion, going one-on-one against Broomstone. Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's going to be a banger of a match. It's going to be a banger of a show. Come see me. Come check me out with my brand new belts, the World Heavyweight title, the Wing Eagle, and the oh-so-great Intercontinental White Strap title. And with that being said, this is your boys, Nick Venom, along with my two good friends, Staggerly Crocker, and Dan, the mother effing man. And Dan, I think you know what time it is.
Yes, it is.
You think I should do it?
Let's do it. I'll follow your lead, buddy.
All right, ready?
This is for you, Bodie and Stratton.
This is for you, buddy. This one's for you. Right here. We fucking miss you, brother. We miss you. What am up?
What am up?
What am up?
What am up?
What am up? There we go. That was for you, Juice. We fucking miss you, brother. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for everything you've done for us and for everybody else. We're going to fucking miss you, man. And to everybody else, have a great night.
Peace.
Gentlemen, as you know, the Ultimate Warrior. Fuck it. It's publicly stated that, damn it, who put that up? Is that $200 an hour?
That's all.
Oh, me gusta.